What's up, guys?
Hey, welcome back to this episode of Boost Brothers Garage.
In this episode, we are gonna see if we can get this Porsche 944 running. It's been sitting for
10 years.
10 years. Fingers crossed. All right, so we have not done anything to this car just yet.
Oh, we cleaned the windows.
We did clean the windows, which looks much better. But the engine is exactly how it's been. I took the battery out of my 951 and threw it in here. We haven't even hooked it up yet. What are we gonna do? We're gonna have to...
I think we hook it up first.
Well, we need to siphon out all the gas.
I don't think we tried to start it. I think we hooked the battery up. Real quick, I just want to see what kind of power we have. And then, you know, that's kind of a step in the right direction.
All right.
And then we'll unhook it, and we'll siphon the gas, check fluids, oil, and then probably pull the fuel pump
Relay.
and then
Try to prime some oil pressure.
yeah, and then give her a go.
We got a pretty decent amount of starting fluid, so if nothing else fails.
We'll start a fire.
Yeah. All right, there's no seats in the car. I'm on the floor, leaning against the roll cage half the time. Zach's out front. I'm gonna have him hook the battery up, and then I'm gonna turn the key, and we're gonna see what kind of power we get.
Noises.
Oh, we got things happening here. Keys on, gauges are on. See if the windows do anything. Oh!
Not this one. See it from your side.
Nope, that window doesn't work.
I can hear them trying, and they're on, but they're not flipping up. They're on a vacuum system, right?
No, it's a motor.
I can hear them trying to come up. Oh, windshield wipers. Look at that. Try the lights again.
Blower motor works.
Try the lights. Yeah, we got something going on there. What about tail lights? Oh, well, there are no tail lights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, be careful there, big guy.
It cranks.
It cranks. That's a good sign.
All right, I'm gonna turn it off.
Okay.
I don't hear a fuel pump.
I'm sure the fuel pump's probably bad.
Hey, come check out what's in this glove box. We haven't opened this thing up before. We got a Bad Religion CD.
Oh, snap.
We got Porsche 944 workshop manual.
Hey, that's not bad.
A receipt for some bulbs. Oh shit. We got
The original owner's manual.
yeah.
Vintage. I wonder if the original window stickers.
Pelican parts. 3-piece clutch package.
Uh-oh.
Flywheel pilot bearing, clutch alignment tool, distributor cap,
What's the date?
plug wires, windshield washer pump, power steering belt, oil filter, hood release cable, ignition rotor, spark plugs, more belts. This is from 2003.
Well, that would be about 4 years before
Clutch release
it went into
fork
storage.
bearings, throw out bearing guide tube, cylinder head to manifold gasket, exhaust manifold stud kit. So I'm guessing there's been a decent amount of stuff replaced on this thing. Inspect front and rear brakes before repair, brake pads, change oil and filter. This was 96. Install new clutch assembly from 96. Clutch in 96 and 2003. Mountain balance tires. Connecticut application for registration.
That was the original owner.
Yeah.
We are the third owners of this car.
And then it looks like just some lights and stuff in there. But yeah, that's kind of cool. The fact that the clutch has potentially been replaced is great because it is an absolute nightmare on these cars. So that's a like 14-hour job and a pretty decent amount of money.
And even better news is we got a Bad Religion CD out of this.
Yeah. All right, well, let's check fluids and let's siphon out the old gas and let's think about starting this thing.
I mean, it's pretty clean.
Yeah, it's a good car. I'm pretty pumped. All right, we're gonna start by taking the airbox lid off. We're gonna see what kind of shape the filter is in. I missed a screw. And then we're gonna start checking fluids. As you saw, we know it cranks, which is great. Airbox lid 1, mic 0. Alright, well, apparently you're supposed to take all the screws out first. Whatever. That's better. Alright, so the filter is pretty dirty.
But that looks like a K&N.
It is a K&N,
Yeah.
so we can clean that up and...
It is dirty.
Yeah, we can clean that up and re-oil it though.
Don't see any metal shavings though, so that's a plus.
Yeah. Better than the Cayman. Alright, oil. This should be interesting. Looks like it's got oil. It looks... Ooh, it smells old. It's beyond full, it looks like.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And it smells a little burnt, so we'll definitely, I mean, we obviously were going to anyway, but we'll be replacing or changing the oil. But that at least lets us know that we can start it and we're not going to lock the motor up, which is always a plus. Coolant.
She looks empty.
Yeah, I don't see anything in there. Luckily, we had some coolant at my garage, so we'll go ahead and dump that in. Hopefully, everything's hooked up and it doesn't just pour out everywhere.
Is that just water? Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, this is just water.
I don't see anything on the floor except this guy. You bum.
Alright, that's at max. We're gonna go ahead and pull the fuel pump relay.
Why are we doing that?
Well, we don't want to fire the car off after 10 years without priming the oil first. We want to make sure we have oil pressure. So we'll pull the fuel pump relay so that the motor's not getting any fuel and won't start. We can crank it for a little bit and get some oil pressure. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to siphon out the gas.
It's a lot of small riding.
Yeah. All right, number 34.
What's that jumper relay in there?
Where?
I wonder if that's for the alarm.
That? Who knows? I need some light. 36, 35, 34. All right, fuel pump fuse is out. If that doesn't work, we'll pull the DME relay. I don't see a fuel pump relay anywhere on the fuse panel, so if all else fails, DME relay will work.
Now, we siphon.
You sucking or am I sucking?
You're sucking.
I'm not sucking. All right, we're lucky for 2 reasons. Number 1, Zach was smart enough to go buy a siphon. And number 2, what I'm even more excited about is these wide body rear fenders. Perfect place to set your beer. I literally have no idea if this thing has any gas in it whatsoever.
What'd the gauge read when it was on?
I think empty, which would be great.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it smells like old gas. I don't know if there's like an anti-siphon feature in here, but I can only get the hose so far, and I'm assuming it's not far enough, but we'll check. No.
It says empty,
All right.
but who knows if it's broke.
All right, well, I guess we're just going to take a flyer and put some new gas in it. We're going to run to the gas station real quick, fill this thing up, and we'll be right back.
What does it mean if it blows up? Your 2.85 stroker goes in there?
I mean, I guess we need to discuss that with our loyal subscribers. We got quite a few answers from people, which we appreciate all the comments. I think that more than half said go ahead and dump all of the turbo stuff in the car, which is the way I was leaning. However, we also got a lot of people commenting, where's the Cayman, where's the Cayman, where's the Cayman?
There it is.
Instead of channeling what little bit of funds Zach and I have, which by the way is not much, into doing all the turbo stuff into this car, we're gonna go ahead and just try to get this thing running as cheap as possible, like we had originally said.
Hone our driving skills on a low horsepower,
right,
track prepped car.
Right, and that way we can keep putting a little bit of money into the Cayman. So anyway, let's go ahead and put some gas in this thing, see if we can get it fired up, because if we can, that's gonna be a huge win. All right, we got 5 gallons of only the best 92 octane, which never even seen 92. I don't know where the hell that came from, but whatever. This is gonna be real difficult with these fenders. I need something to push the thing in.
Okay.
Take 2. What's on the bottom of that gas cap?
Coral? I don't know.
We should probably try to clean that off. I have no idea what that is. Oh, this is aluminum. That's oxidation. All right, guys. Moment of truth. We got it filled up with gas. We're gonna go ahead and crank it. Try to get some oil pressure. I did pull that DME relay too, just to be safe. So I'm gonna crank it for a minute, get some oil pressure. The fuel gauge didn't change at all, so maybe it is broke. See if we get any oil pressure here. Not yet. There we go. All right, guys, let's put that relay and fuse back in and see if it fires. Man, I got a pretty good feeling about this. Do you?
Yeah, I'm about at 8.3 or what? 7 point?
I don't remember what you said.
We'll call it 7.9.
All right,
Here we go.
10 years it's been sitting. All we did was put gas in it. I don't know. I think it might start. We're gonna find out. Well, of course we can't get that lucky. So now it's time to start diagnosing. Engine, fuel, air, spark. We've got air. I don't think that's going to be an issue. The car has gas in it. Whether or not it's getting gas here, we don't know. Yeah, you can pop this cap off the end to see if it's getting fuel pressure. So we'll do that. If it's not getting gas, we should at least be able to use some starter fluid today just to get it to fire for a minute. So I'm gonna grab a wrench and we'll check that. Oops, there went that cover. That still smells like old gas. I'm gonna throw a couple paper towels here real quick, and then I'm gonna go cycle the key, and we'll see if any fuel comes out. What is that? All right, we got no fuel pressure. A car sitting for 10 years. Not really surprising that the fuel pump is most likely bad. Before we order a new one, we'll make sure it has power and all that good stuff. For today, I'm gonna go ahead and put that cap back on, and then we're gonna try some starter fluid. I'm gonna give Zach the job of filming and spraying the starting fluid while I crank the car. But we'll just spray right in there. Hope it makes through that barn door air meter. And hopefully she runs. She's alive! That's good. Pretty awesome.
We have spark, we have air, we know we just don't have fuel. And she's about to die. Oh. There she goes. Cool. 10 years. A little bit of starter fluid.
And she fired right up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so there's still a lot of stuff we want to do. We want to go ahead and replace the timing belt and balance shaft belt. We think that's obviously important since it's an interference engine. We're going to replace the oil. We're going to check the coolant.
Hoses probably.
Yeah, we'll check all the hoses.
Brake lines.
A fuel pump.
Fuel pump.
Yep, but that's awesome. That's what we were hoping for, so couldn't be any happier right now. 10? 8.3?
Yeah, 9.7. All right, guys, so thanks for watching this episode. We're pretty pumped to have this thing running. What do we have in store in the future episodes for this?
We're gonna gut the interior.
Dry ice to get all this sound deadening out.
Yep, we're gonna pull the dash, we're gonna repair the cracks, and then we're gonna flock it. If you don't know what flocking a dash is, look it up, it's pretty awesome.
It's like a textured finish to block sun glare. Helpful on the racetrack.
We're gonna do body work.
Yeah.
Probably paint it. We could end up plasti dipping it, but most likely we'll end up painting it. We got to go through the suspension. We got to make sure that the brakes are up to snuff, which the brake lines aren't even hooked up. I'm assuming it's because the factory brake line fittings don't match up to the medium red, so we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a race car before the first event this year.
Yeah, so this all needs to be done by April probably.
Yeah.
There'll probably be a lot of 944 episodes between now and then because we got to get this thing ready for track season. So.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Yep, so we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.